r/AskReddit. Men of Reddit, what is a man's secret that you think every man should know? Don't touch your genitals after cutting jalapenos. If you put Gold Bond powder on your ballsack, you will spend the rest of the day feeling like you have made love to wind itself. It's wonderful. It's like a breath mint for your balls. Yellow Gold Bond, yes. Green Gold Bond separates the men from the boys. Blue Gold Bond, the fiery ice pitchforks of 1,000 ice men fights will dance gleefully on your ballsack while you cry like a betrayed little girl bitten by a pony. I describe the blue bottle as being similar to teabagging a glacier. If you find yourself about to cheat, fap it first. You'll then realize you really don't want to do it. My teacher gave me a weird look. WD-40 is not a lubricant. The WD stands for water displacement. It will get rid of your squeak temporarily but evaporates quickly. Use a spray liquid silicone and give that WD-40 to your grandma. Source: I'm an elevator mechanic. When you shave your pubes, use conditioner instead of shaving cream. It prevents any razz or burn. Putting Rogaine on your face every day for a month will not make your beard grow in better/thicker. It will just give you horrible acne. Source: I'm a ducking dumbus. I won't lie. I have thought about it. Thank you for saving me from trying it. Facial hair and hair on the top of your head work on different feedback loops to define when to grow and for how long. This is why DHT sensitivity can drastically affect the top of your head, in a bad way, but can also increase the amount of facial hair you have. Tips for new fathers. Invest in a nice set of precision screwdrivers and keep them on top of the fridge, or somewhere where you can easily access them. So many baby toddler toys require a screwdriver to replace the batteries. Having a set devoted to this use where both you and wife can get to quickly is very handy. Anytime there's a party with kids, birthday, Christmas, etc. Make sure to take a knife, screwdrivers, and lighter. These can be helpful for helping to open gifts and lighting candles. An ideal gift for your wife or a new mother is a spa day, or at least a massage. This gives them some much needed time away from the kids and stresses of home and gives them some time to relax and get some special treatment for their bodies. Create a Google Doc shared between you and your wife with instructions for babysitters, including special instructions for the kids, emergency phone numbers, where the spare house key is kept, in case they get locked outside somehow, instructions for operating the TV, wireless router PW, and the full address to the home in case they need to use it for an emergency. Keep this document updated and just print out a new copy when needed. Remember to date your wife. Learn to be comfortable keeping your kids and taking them places on your own. This is good for giving mom a break and some quiet time at home without the kids, or watching them while she goes out for a while. Pull your own weight with washing bottles, washing and folding clothes, and keeping the house clean, vacuuming, clean bathrooms, etc. This goes a long way helping your wife. No matter how far along she looks, no matter how obvious you think it is, don't ever ask a woman if she's pregnant. Wait until someone else says something. It's not worth the risk. You know that cream that removes leg hair for women? Don't use it on your balls. Just don't. Edit. Someone gifted me some Reddit gold for this. Thanks very much. I have learned from these poor fellows. Amazon Co UK link. Read the reviews. Under product safety, avoid contact with skin. Okay. She isn't always right. She will appreciate you sticking up for yourself. Just don't be a dick about it. Thank you. Not having a serious back and forth argument with someone says that they aren't worth the trouble. I'm not a child that you have to humor. Sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes you are. Having a civilized disagreement with another human being is a part of being an adult. Conversely, you're not always right. Learn to appreciate when you've rightly lost the battle. Applicable to both sexes, but every man should know anyways. Invest in what goes between you and the ground. Mattresses, tires, and shoes. Edit. Rule 2. Don't seek approval from anything other than your own moral code. I have scoliosis and I spent an extra $300 to get a memory foam mattress instead of a spring one. By God, was it the best money I have ever spent in my life. Back pain in bed completely eliminated. Overall back pain severely reduced. Keeping your fingernails neat and trimmed is a sign of sexual intelligence. No girl wants you venturing around her nether regions with jagged talons. Further, once you trim with clippers, get a nail file and smooth the jaggies out. Use actual sandpaper if you need the man points. Or dragging them up and down a pair of jeans works as well. When shaving your Adam's apple, hi, I'm Adam by the way. In order to not cut yourself, swallow and hold to make it flatter. Enjoy Reddit Gold. I cut that mother ducker all the time. Thank you very much. Spread the word. Don't get caught up in the macho bullet game. I spent a good portion of my 20s in the army and went to Iraq and Afghanistan and was an angry tough guy before and after. When I got to around 28 years old, I realized the extent to which that sort of behavior had ducked me up and hurt folks around me, and started making an effort to do better. Duck all that noise. Find things about life that are meaningful to you and don't worry about how manly they make you. You'll live a better, braver life if you do. I feel like a lot of men overcompensating in this way. I think it's become more prevalent in our culture recently. They think part of what defines your manhood is being as big an asshole as possible. Glad you've changed. It really does make the people around you miserable when you are like that. Compliment a woman on her shoes. It does wonders. This. Compliment anything you know a woman puts effort into. It shows you've noticed and appreciate it. Whether they did it for themselves or an interest, they can still take that compliment to the bank. Compliments work well in everyday social interaction. But I've also found that if you're out at the bars downtown, a legitimate compliment goes a long way to pique their interest in you. Part of it is because girls get hit on with some hitty line, or a guy buys her a drink expecting he's owed something. A compliment in passing is a good way to show you've noticed the effort. But keep walking with your friends to another part of the bar. Just do it. This is a good non-threatening way to see if she's interested. It only takes seconds for someone to determine visually if they're interested. If you catch her looking more than a few times when she's with her friends, it's probably safe to say you can approach and talk a little. She's watching you interact. What you've ordered. How you dress. Your status with the group. Status of the group. If you're laughing. And the off chance you might be gay. It's not a bad thing. It creates a dip in expectations if she's attracted to you, so when you do go to talk to her and her friends, always include the friends. Don't be a horn dog ass clown, and you show interest in women. The compliment from earlier with compounded interest in her friends bring those expectations and her interest in you way higher than if you were to approach as a douche bro. I don't know why I turned this into an advice rant. Edit 1 punctuation and grammar. Got it. Compliment shoes. Not boobies. That getting married for the sex is like buying a 747 because you like peanuts. Yeah, gotta wash your butthole. Edit. And don't be afraid to dig it a little. You have an inner and an outer sphincter. And there is usually a bit of hit residue left between the two, which with a bit of sweating will work its way out. If ya must. Or else you'll be funky. Broken light bulb that you can't unscrew? Cut a potato so you have a flat face. Then press it into the broken glass edges of the bulb. Turn potato to unscrew bulb without any cuts to the fingers or a rude electric shock. Note: make sure the light switch is off. Pliers to grab the metal edge for the non-barbaric. Sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of my potato wizardry. Don't be fooled by the looks of a person, male or female. The most innocent looking person can be evil. And the evil looking person can be the nicest guy in the world. The majority of the time, a woman doesn't want you to solve her problems when venting to you. Rather, she just wants you to listen to said problems issues. I read a book written about a bunch of polls taken by women. The whole thing really helped me understand the differences in how men and women think. Edit. For those curious, here's the book I am talking about. It is written by Jeff and Shaunti Feldhahn. Shaunti wrote a book called For Women Only, and it was based off polls from men talking about how they think. Shanti's book was so popular, Jeff decided to make one for women. And at only 200 pages and $10 for each. It's a really easy read. I hate reading and I read both of them. Cannot restate this enough. Married for 16 years. The best advice is just a stfu. Pour her a glass of wine. And listen. Pressing on your gooch will squeeze out an extra few drops of piss. So you don't end up with extra coming out when you sit back down. Is it okay to be seen gooch meddling in a public urinal? As long as it's your own gooch. I don't see the problem. Trimming your beard will make it look thicker and fuller. Same goes for thinning hair on your head. Growing either long makes the thinning more noticeable. A nicely trimmed and maintained beard looks good. A wild and unkempt neck beard looks trashy. Also, a little light cologne worn properly every day will make people like you without even truly understanding why. Edit. For reference, I use 1-2 sprays on my wrist. Then rub it against the other wrist and behind my ears. It creates a faint cologne aura by putting it on your wrists instead of your chest. Less actual smell, but a larger scent radius. Behind the ears is for hugging folks. If you can still smell your cologne 5 minutes after you put it on, you are putting on too much. Clarification. If you have it on your wrist and smell it when you sniff your wrist, that's fine. Stop sniffing your wrist. If you're just walking around and catch some hearty whiffs of it, it's too much. Do not cover yourself with half a bottle like they show in the Axe commercials. Do not use Axe. When a bro splits with a chick he is rather attached to, don't instantly tell him that now he is free to duck random chicks the second you find out. For at least the first 2 nights, newly single bros just want to sit there in silence, nurse beers, and smoke. Make that happen. Politeness and empathy is the key to all human interactions. Don't use being honest as an excuse to act like an ass. Being polite and honest are not mutually exclusive. If you say things like "at least I'm not bullhitting you" or "I just say what I feel" to excuse bad behavior, you are doing it wrong. Being nice to people and having manners isn't being fake. It's being an adult. Also, women are people too. This seems obvious, but I think a lot of young men don't seem to realize the way they are behaving reflects that this isn't something they are aware of. They aren't a mysterious race of creatures that are all conspiring. They are individuals, shaped by predisposition and life experiences just like you. Treat them like they are just like you, not like an obstacle to be overcome. Edit. For emphasis on a point that it seems was missed on most of the negative responses in my inbox. I very much appreciate the time it took you to type this. Give a firm handshake when you meet someone. Look people in the eye. Smile. First impressions are everything. And after a while, you can work on points for style, like the club tie and the firm handshake. A certain look in the eye and an easy smile. You have to be trusted by the people that you lie to, so that when they turn their backs on you, you'll get the chance to put the knife in. Thanks for watching and be sure to subscribe to RedditQueen for the best daily content.